Hello guys and welcome to this video. Today we're going to take a look at how you can prepare yourself for your first SCAV run in Escape from Tarkov. In this guide I'll go through how you can prepare yourself and what strategies you should do when you play as a SCAV for the first time. In Escape from Tarkov you can either choose to play as your main character, the PMC, or you can choose to play as a SCAV. The SCAV will be kitted out with random gear and will also spawn at random locations, where the PMC you will choose your own gear and you will then also spawn at various different locations on the map. So first of all, you will need to take a look at what your SCAV is equipped with. Is it a shotgun or is it a long range gun? Is it, for example, an Mosin? You need to choose your map out from that. If it's a shotgun, it could be a good idea to take factory or interchange, as there are some close combat scenarios there, or there are more close combat scenarios, especially on factory. However, if you have a sniper rifle, you shouldn't choose factory as the place where you want to spawn. The good part is that you can see what your SCAV is kitted out with before you want to join a map, so you can easily choose which map you want to play. The second thing you need to do is, when you get in, check how much time you have, where you are, and which extraction points you can take when you need to leave. It is also a good idea to check what you have in your inventory besides your main weapon. It could be that you have some medical stuff like a splint or bandages, or it could be that you maybe have some food that you could also use later on. For example, I have a splint here and I know that I'm going to use it later on. Since I have a shotgun, I'm always moving inside at the close areas, so if I came to contact with an enemy, I would have the upper hand against him. Both when you are playing with SCAV or a PMC, your main character, it's always important to make a plan. What's your purpose for this raid? Always make a plan for where you want to scavenge for loot. There are, of course, some high prioritized areas where there are high loot and when there is pretty good loot on the maps, but these also come with a price. There are often a lot of people there, and you always need to be extremely careful for when you go over to these places. On the shotgun that I have one tactical device. It was a flashlight. The flashlight can be useful for when you want to blind the enemy when you're in a close quarter, or if you want to see if there's some special loot, as in this example. But be aware that the flashlight can be seen from a far distance from any enemies, so when you're using your flashlights you will be more exposed, so use it carefully, and if you are not willing to take the risk of being seen, then do not use it at all. As a SCAV you can take everything that you see, but keep in mind that there are some things that isn't that important when you're on your first run, so keep in mind when you're looting as a SCAV that you don't always need to take everything that you see. If you're spawning without a backpack, I would recommend you quickly to try and find one that has a backpack. In this scenario, I found a dead body. I just checked him quickly and saw that he had a backpack. Because he was in the open, I didn't want to search the backpack at the place, so I quickly moved on to a more secure place where I was in a better place and searched the backpack. Unfortunately, it was empty, but that just means that I can get more of my own loot in the backpack. One of the most important things with Escape from Tarkov, and that's whether you are a SCAV or PMC, is the sounds. The sounds are so important, as you can hear here. The difference in sounds are extremely different, from walking to crouching and going very slow. You can adjust your speed of walking with the mouse wheel, and it's always a good idea to take it slow, but do remember that you also need to move on the map and don't just always be stuck at the same place. So you are allowed to run, but take precaution when you are running, because it makes a lot of noise. A lot of PMCs has an earpiece device that will enhance footsteps, so they will probably hear it better than you will, because you're a SCAV, you will not always spawn with one, so that way if the PMC has an earpiece, he would hear your steps a lot more than what you think he hears. Personally, also when I'm a PMC or if I'm a SCAV, I always search for the trenches when I need to run. So if I need to run from one place to another, I always try to keep myself as small as possible, so that I can just run in the trenches but still run fast, but it's harder for enemies to see me. Also, pick your own fights. This example, I saw that there was a guy, and I played a little bit with him, peeked out, until he finally started shooting. The plan was actually that he should start shooting and then chase me, and when he come close on, I could then shoot him, but he hit me on the arm, and therefore I just ran. But choose your fights. I had a shotgun. I would never have got anything out of that fight besides getting killed, so I chose to run away instead. Another good note to take is always keep mind of your stamina. If you know you're in a fight, keep your stamina low. It will help you with your aim. But also, if you need to run past an open area, if there is a bush and you are low on stamina, keep in the bush until you have a lot of stamina, and then run over the open area. At one go, instead of losing stamina, you will need to walk instead of run over the open area and potentially be seen and or killed. If you have set your plan for one extraction point, as I did before I got shot at, always keep in mind that you can change the extraction points and try a different route out. As you can see here, I wanted to extract at the new extraction point that I chose, but I could see that there came some enemies, but I waited. It takes 5 seconds to extract, so I waited the 5 seconds after I saw the enemy at the extraction point, and then I ran over to the point and extracted myself. So this was the small checklist and small guide I had for you. If you want to take a look at Escape from Tarkov, there's a link down below. I'll just wish you the best on your first raid as a SCAV or with your PMC, and I hope you will enjoy the next video. If you like this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. If you didn't like it, please give me a dislike. Let me know why you didn't like the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.